I am cleansing myself from any beef I have with the Wilsons.
And Trump.
Nah, Trump got to come on the pod. Me and Trump still beefing until he come on the pod. So, guys, we're back here on Punchline, presented by Snapback Sports. I'm Marlon Humphrey. This is Jack Settleman, and let's rock. Jack, start us off here.
Well, Marlon, the beauty of this show is that we get to start off with what's going on inside that mind of yours. So, Marlon, what is on your mind?
You know, you think I would know that this is coming, but today I did not. But with that, what is on my mind, which is not a crazy take, but it's the conversation that has been started by Noah Lyles. You know, I've been watching the track and field championships, world championships in Budapest. Have a couple friends that were running. Okay, well, not friends. People I know were running. But, you know, Noah Lyles said, why do we call the NBA champs world champs when they're just like basically American champs? I mean, he's technically not wrong. You know what I mean?
He's not wrong. You play games in the U.S. and in Toronto. So
yes.
2 countries.
But it got a lot of... It got real for Mr. Lyles there.
It did.
It was a lot of some NBA guys know his name now, that's for sure. And
so what do you think? What's your take on it?
I mean, I guess he's not right. I mean, I guess the NBA championship is technically, I mean, it's not an American championship though either.
Right.
That is the best team assembled in the world.
But are they world champions to you?
Like you'd have to throw some other league. No, not really, because that wouldn't.
So let me break it down. The NFL, where I would say predominantly American players. The NBA is a super international league, right? Where Jokic won the championship, he's international. Luka's one of the best players. Giannis won the championship, he's international. So do you think if the Ravens win the Super Bowl, you would consider yourself world champions or just American champions?
American. I mean, well, football is definitely out of all the sports that have a world champ, basketball would definitely. But football, I would say, you just say world champ, it sounds cool.
Right.
It sounds cool. But there's not really another team assembled that could beat us. Well,
when you play like FIBA right now is going on, or in the Olympics, the U.S. doesn't win every time. So I guess that's kind of the claim, which is you're not technically the world champion. But I think in football, like if you lined up the best NFL team against any other.
You could put a world roster together against, and that could be a bloodbath. That could be bad. So the moral of the story, you're not a world champ unless you're competing against the world. Let's just go with that.
Okay.
So when the Ravens win the Super Bowl, okay, you said, if, I think you said if, I believe, we're just going to say we are the champions of America.
Wow.
Yeah, I said it.
There's but you guys play in London this year. So
take that back. We are world champs. We are actually world champs. We're playing in London, world champs. Forget what I just said.
Stamp it.
Scratch it.
Okay.
World champs.
All right.
I have a claim to fame here with Noah Lyles. Okay. I ran in a track meet in Donetsk, Ukraine.
In Ukraine?
Donetsk, Ukraine. It was the World Youth Championships. Like, it was literally the Olympics for youth. You run against the world, literally. Okay? I ran the 110-meter hurdles, right? This story is actually about me. But it does tie into Noah Lyles. But anyway, I ended up having a stress fracture in like my back, right?
Oof.
Yeah.
How old were you?
16.
Okay.
Stress reaction. So it was like, whatever. Anyway, it was to the point to where I was down bad. Like I was down bad. I was having to literally get massage adjusted, boom, warm up. After the warm up, get massage adjusted. It was like pain. The more I just sat, it was, Anyway, got through the rounds and I got to the final. Walk up to the line stiff. Like I'm talking about, this is what was happening. The adrenaline was taking over once the gun went, so I was fine. Mm-hmm. But once I was getting stiff. So anyway, I walk up to the line. So the first round, they say runners on your marks, and people start yelling and crap. Like the people, the competitors were yelling.
At each other?
No, like one of the guys, okay, one of them. Like the first time was one. Runners on your marks, they like scream like whatever, some chant, small chant. Then I get to the semifinals. there's like two dudes that like, do some like yelling crap. So the final, I'm like, oh, they ain't finna intimidate me on this final. He said, running in my But I was stiff as crap, like I said, still. So I'm getting in there. Long story short, I run. I get second. I was second. I wasn't a world champ. As I'm doing my celebration, I stiff up again. I'm like, crap, I don't think I'm gonna be able to run with 400.
Wait, your celebration of what?
Dude, I get a flag.
Silver medal celebration.
Okay, dude, it's for my country. This is for America. For freaking America, okay? I got second
what's
for my
your celebration?
I just got.
What's your second place celebration?
It's literally like the Olympics. I'm gonna, I got to take a picture with this dude. Like, hey, let's take a picture. Even though I lost, I'm like, okay, whatever. Take the picture. Celebrate. Walking around. I'm like stiffed up again. And I'm like, dude, I don't think I'm gonna be able to run my other event, which is 400 hurdles. So, obviously it's my decision to not run. No big deal. Decide to not run the 400 hurdles, which I would have probably won. I was better than the 400 hurdles. I was him in track. All right, so anyway, I'm him. I'm Himothy, but like the field's probably like, oh my gosh, USA, Marlon Humphrey, no run, yay, whatever. I had a relay at the end. They were like, yo, like, we need you. We like really don't want Noah to run. The fastest man in the world. Okay, they maybe didn't say we didn't want him to run, but they were like, we got a better chance at winning with you.
Really?
With me. Over the fastest man in the world right now.
Where'd your speed go?
I did. Look, I was on, hey, it didn't die, but I was on pace to be elite.
Do you think if you didn't have the back stuff, you would have been a runner over a football player?
See, the problem is money. I mean, everything ain't about money. But the problem is, I was Himothy in track. I was a hurdler. I was Himothy. Like, I literally was like kind of Himothy. I'm not even trying to like brag. I was like kind of that guy. Like, they literally wanted, now Noah, okay, in Noah's defense, he was like a year younger than all of us, so he just hadn't progressed yet. But still, either way, he was on the team as an underclassman, and they wanted me to run the relay, not him. That is a true story.
It's time for Marlon's tweets. You tweeted that you realized that NBA and MLB players only make that amount of money because they play more games. That's not true.
That was really on my mind.
Yeah, but that isn't, that's wrong.
How?
They play more games, but they make about the same amount of money as the other leagues, right? Because the NFL makes more money per game. So the NFL made $12 billion in revenue, MLB 11, NBA 10. Yes. Think about it for a second. Why do you think NFL players make less than those two leagues?
No, literally listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. The NFL's 18 games.
Yes.
What if we had 70? I'd be on, this would be on CNN right now. We'd be doing this on CNN right now. I'd be with CNN, freaking NBC and Fox and ESPN. We have every freaking...
No. Dude, the NFL is the biggest league.
I know, but imagine if we played 70 games.
If you played 70 games, have you ever seen the memes about if NFL players played 70 games?
We'd be dead. We'd be dead, but it'd only take one season. You do just one season, you're done, you're retired. But listen to this.
Can I help you? Can I help you?
You look at MLB games, right? You look at how it really works. The stadiums aren't full.
But the NFL made more money than that.
I know. But what I'm saying is they only even compete because of the amount of games.
Yes.
Because you just keep, it wouldn't even be close.
Yes, that is accurate. But the reason they make more money is because...
Well, they don't really make... Okay, I said
it's because they have less people.
Yes,
right?
Yes, I said that, but what I meant, I would be a $60 million corner if we played freaking 80 games.
Got it.
Lamar would be getting $1 billion. Lamar would be getting literally $1 billion
a year, not even
Lamar would get $1 billion a year. Freaking Pat Mahomes would have signed that 500 deal. He would have just bought the team.
So you're saying you're down for a 70-game season, but just one 70-game season?
No. What I seriously thought about, and this is what I should have started with, Marlon's mom. What I seriously thought about was this. Listen to this now. Listen to this. Don't take this. Now, I'm not saying I want this. I'm just saying this could be a true scenario. Yeah, do 18, right? Well, it's 18 plus 18, 36. You do 36 half games. You make the halves like this. How 15 minutes, right? A quarter. They're like 7 minutes a quarter. 7, 7, 7, 7. The amount of the game is 7, 14, 21, 28 minutes. 28-minute games, 36 weeks.
Why? Why? Why would that do anything? You're really impressed with yourself. If you guys are just listening, you got to see YouTube
36
just
weeks.
to see how impressed Marlon is with himself.
36 weeks. It's goofy. Don't get me wrong.
But what would it accomplish? You just want to make more money.
I'm just saying it's food for thought. The games will be shorter.
That's correct.
So you might be able to withstand it. But then I started thinking,
you're playing the same amount of minutes.
Yeah, but
now the games are less important.
that would be the
And what are you doing? Are you doing 2 games in a week? Your recovery time is less.
You're not putting as much strain. Every play matters that much more, though, as well.
That's a good point.
But then again, you might be getting smacked. Dude, that means like when the Ravens, when we were like killing it, we were just running the ball like Giro, like 3 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards, first down. We might take up the whole half. Might have the ball for an entire half.
Does that sound like something that people are going to tune into?
I mean, they were doing it when it was a quarter. I mean, I enjoyed it. Fourth quarter, you get on the bench.
Because you didn't have to do anything. You're sitting
with 8 minutes ago, you get on the bench with 8 minutes ago, and you're like, guys, it's going to take one stop. It's going to take one. That's what we're saying. Guys, it's going to take one more stop. One more stop, baby. Come on. Let's get ready. Let's get ready. And then you just like, all right, good game. That was like love. I miss those days. Those days were fun. But I like finishing on defense too. That's pretty fun too. I'm not going to lie. But anyway, that's pretty dumb before you guys call me dumb. But I'm just saying.
It's just food for thought. Food for thought.
Lamar,
all right.
Lamar be $1 billion quarterback.
Marlon's tweets. Let's keep it in the money category. Chris Jones says he's going to stay out.
Hey.
He's already lost $2 million to fines.
That hurts. That hurts me.
Your tweet, I wasn't quite sure about what you were getting at, which is why I'm excited.
Did I tweet something about that?
Yeah, you quote tweeted, Chris Jones indicating on social media he's willing to continue his holdout. He's already going to forfeit $1 million a week. And you said, I hope he not for real. You're just worried about him not getting his bread.
I'm just like, this is my thing. At what point is it not that serious? Like, at some point, it like, you know, like when you look at Le'Veon Bell, it's like, I just would have done that in so many different ways. Same with Chris Jones. I probably would have just went in and probably just tore my hamstring off the first day. Like fake, like not. You can't just. I would never want to do that. Please don't. But like first day, like I mean, just go in and say you're hurt, and then you just get paid for just sitting there at least. I'm just not gonna just give the money back. I can't earn the money and then just give it back for me. I mean, Jonathan Taylor, is he hurt? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he is, but he missed all training camp. He was there at least. So I hope Chris Jones isn't for real. And if he is for real, what is your plan?
Well, it's interesting because let's say he loses $8 million and then they give him a raise of $8 million. How does that work? Like, how would that even help him?
Wait, now I think about it. If he technically gives $8 million back, and then
can they just give that
they
back?
might as well just give him $8 million more.
We'll see how it works out.
Guys, look, my dad told me this. Honestly, my dad told me stuff that when I was like maybe like 8 years old, and then it came full circle. Why are you telling me this? I'm 8. I'm 8 years old. You're talking about grown men, so I'm 8. Anyway, but he told me the same stuff a lot. He said, man, son, let me tell you this. The NFL, it's been going on for a while. It's going to go on with you or without you, sport. So I don't know who you... these guys, like, man, these guys, man, I don't know what they think they're doing, man. You think it's going to stop because of you? Like, it's really not. You know, it's like, it's really not. Like, I know we all get mad. We want this. Hey, man, I deserve this. You know, hold out, this, that, yacht. It's not, it's going to go on with or without Chris Jones, but hopefully he decides to come week 1 and gets the money he's worked hard for. And if not, then we'll see.
We'll see. Another one of Marlon's tweets, my favorite. Which do you think it is? I think you know.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. my problem sometimes is I tweet something and I honestly forget I tweeted it, and this sounds like it's one.
The Toxic King is back.
Oh. Yo, Donald Trump. Dude, first off, I thought that was fake. I did not know that was
How
seriously
funny
a
was
mugshot.
that picture?
Dude, when did he even get back on Twitter? I thought he was banned from Twitter.
No, that was just, when Elon bought it, he let him back on, but he hadn't tweeted until the mugshot.
First off, I thought that was fake. Okay, I just thought he was just posting a weird looking picture. It was weird. But when I didn't know that was real until like recently. But look, let me tell you about Trump, man. I kind of like Trump. Now, politic-wise, I know nothing about anything going on in politics. But Trump be saying some wild. It doesn't seem like he's a man that is scared to say what he believes.
He is definitely not.
And that's kind of why I like him.
You see a lot of Trump in yourself.
I'm not going to go that far.
Hey, the theme of this podcast is unfiltered. He definitely fits that. You fit that.
He's unfiltered, but like, you know, he says some wild stuff.
He does.
Like sometimes when I used to see his tweets, somebody retweet him on my timeline. Like I don't follow him, but like it seems like when he says something wild enough, it comes on my timeline, and that's what I like. He'll be chilling on Twitter, and then out of nowhere you see something, you're like, oh, that's a Donald Trump parody account, and then it's like literally him, and it's just like, you know, cancel culture is a serious thing nowadays, but Trump just really don't care. Like, I actually would not mind sitting down with the guy and just like talking to him.
Our first guest. Our first guest. We've been talking about like Lamar, Odell, JK. We're talking some New York.
Trump. Gosh. Hey, Trump's a Ravens fan.
No,
Lamar's
Lamar's a Trump fan.
Lamar's a Trump fan. Look, either way, Trump. Hey man, you want to come to the state? I think we can make that. We can make that happen. You want to come to the stadium? Actually, no, I got beef with Trump. Scratch everything I said. I got beef with Trump.
What'd he do?
Bro, he came to the national championship game. They heightened security crazy high. Like they had security.
He was
crazy.
still president at the time.
Still president.
Not when you were playing. It was recently, right?
Yeah. It was. I was out of the Bama, whatever.
Yeah.
Heightened security. They wouldn't even let me get on the field for the championship. I was in the tunnel with Amari Cooper. Okay, I forgot who else. It was a whole bunch of Bama stars. I was like still like a rookie. I was like a rookie at that time or something like that. So like I wasn't at stardom level. But I'm just like, dang, y'all got real stars that can't get. We're watching the field in the tunnel, like we can barely see the field. We're watching it on TV.
The whole game? They didn't let you on the field?
Come on. Hey, look. One thing about me, I'm going to improvise. I'm like this. I'm going to that field. Go in the locker room, put on a Bama jumpsuit, and literally at halftime, they come in. I say, I'm going out with y'all boys. Let's go do this thing. And I jog out like, woo, yeah, let's go, man. Let's go do this. Had to watch the game in a whole somebody's jumpsuit.
Is there an actual photo of that?
Yes, it's on Twitter. Yes, it's literally on Twitter. I'm in a jumpsuit. I'm in like the Bama jumpsuit. Because I'm like, dude, screw this. And like, I remember like the security guard was like, it's like he knew. Because like, if he's not in this tunnel anymore, he's like, where's he at? I was just like, yeah, that's why I had to really like, come on, guys, let's go win this thing. Like, let's go win it. It was a year, 2 or 3 that last minute.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was a good one to see.
Dude. And I was like, dude, there's no way I came here. Those guys just ended up leaving after like a while. I'm like, dude, no shot. I am getting on this football field today. And that's what I had to do. So Trump got beef with you, but I will forgive you if you come on Punchline. Okay? You make a great guess. I don't know what we talk about. You probably have security all in here, which I don't got nothing illegal here. Okay? My dog probably won't bite you, but maybe you guys will be friends. So.
Oh, you could play golf with Trump too, once your foot heals. He's the best golfer in the world, holding ones all day.
I have seen some clips of Trump. He's...
All right, cancel culture. You said cancel culture. You're in the news for cancel culture, actually.
What?
Yeah. It was a really nice act of
Whoa, dude, I got a lot of...
Yeah, you popped off 10 million.
I'm popular. I'm popular.
That's a bag from Twitter.
I'm about to be rich on Twitter. Good call. Guys, if you're wondering, I did get the check, and it was only for money. And then I found out I wasn't getting that much money.
And you got $46, right?
But this week, I better have like...
Okay.
Like
all right, so you went cancel culture. It got you 10 million views on Twitter. It's a video of really great sportsmanship, and you tweeted, "This is actually disgusting."
Look, dude, look. I've been watching these World Championships, which I've said like 3 times today. There's been people I've been seeing, they tie, and you got to like move the ball. You got to break the tie, and then they just go, let's just win together. Like, what the frick is that? Let's be world champs together. There is no champs. It's world. I'm a world champ. Singular.
Champion.
Champion. It's the championship, not
so you would rather be second place?
No. I'm getting first, baby. And then that guy, I'm not. Look, I hate to say it, but it's like if you're injured, that's a little different.
He was injured. You thought they were just helping him to the sideline?
Okay, you're right. He was injured. I tried to make myself sound better. Either way, don't help out the ops. They're the ops. Like, what are you doing? Like, he carried. He picked him up. Like, no, look, you hit one of these, hey man. Good luck, man. Do your thing. And that's it. Like, you're not picking, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to know what pissed me off? You know what pissed me off? Last year, I'm not going to say who. Actually, I'm going to say who. Russell Wilson. It didn't really piss me off. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Anyway, PQ gets hurt, and he comes over. It's like, praying for you, queen. It's like.
That sounds so funny with his last name. Like, praying for you, queen.
Praying for you, queen. That's what he said. Praying for you, queen. I'm like, dude, go over there. But that's also, I have internal.
Wait, what's your beef with Russ?
I have internal beef with Russ. So you're right. I took that out of context. That's on me. And after this story, I'm gonna forgive myself for Russ. All right. So once upon a time, I was at the Pro Bowl. We went out Disney at night or Universal, wherever we're at. We went out the thing at night. I love roller coasters. Like, this is awesome. Like, this is great. Like, no lines. You know, we end up getting to this one line. And there just so happens to maybe be like 5-minute wait, probably tops. It's me, Mark Ingram, and a athletic trainer we had. We're sitting there, Russell and Sierra right behind us. Literally. As soon as their feet stop, they get out of line. We're like, oh, crap. Guess I didn't want to wait in line. No big deal. We're like, what if they just out of nowhere just jumped the line and got in front of us? We're like, funny. We get ready to get on the ride. We're like right here from the ride, and out of nowhere, they come through a freaking side door.
They skipped a 5-minute line?
They come through a side door. A side door. We're like, how the freak they even, like, and then, we were just like, what the freak? What the freak? You couldn't wait in line like us. Like, and this is the thing. This is why I fell play. This ain't like, look, at the end of the day, there is levels to this, right? But listen, we're at the Pro Bowl. There's really not that many levels to the Pro Bowl.
I was going to say, it sounds like your beef's not with Russ. Let's be honest who your beef's with.
Guys, okay, you're right. This is deep internal here.
No, it sounds like it's with Sierra.
Yeah, I know. Because I know that it's more to it. I may or may not usually have a crush on Sierra. Okay.
Wow.
So this is a great vent session.
Yeah.
That was internally deep that I did know. I needed that. I am cleansing myself from any beef I have with the Wilsons.
And Trump.
Nah, Trump got to come on the pod. Me and Trump still beefing until he come on the pod. So that was a good vent session. My beef was not with Russ. I'm sorry. I apologize. It was with Sierra, and that is now cleansed.
Very nice. That's growth.
Therapy on Punchline Pod. Come be a guest right here today.
All right.
Gosh, but skip the line. Like, come on.
I know. 5 minutes. That seems like.
Come on.
Well, we had a great episode 1, so thank you to everyone who tuned in. We got up to 103 on the charts.
I'm hating on the not top 100. I'm going to be honest with you. 103 is, I'd rather be like 120. 103 is just not in the NFL top 100. It's
right.
I'm J.K. Dobbins of the NFL top 100, wanting to be in that 100. So guys, let's send it to your friends.
Okay, send it to your friends. If you're on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, please download the pod. Also, leave us a review and a rating. That really helps us. Because if we don't crack top 100, Marlon, it's going to be the punchline with J.K. Dobbins, I guess. I guess that's what we'll do. What if we just edited J.K.'s face in until we crack the top 100?
Honestly, King Charles wouldn't look bad right there. King Charles is J.K. Dobbins' nickname, by the way. It is a real thing. So we might put King Charles, punchline with King Charles.
When he comes on, we'll get a little edit for him.
Get edit for him.
So we're recording this on Monday. Cut day officially is Tuesday. By the time this gets out, it will have already obviously made the moves. The Ravens will be down to the 53-man roster. You came in earlier and said that you made the 53-man roster, so congratulations.
Thank you.
But that you also, are you making a prediction?
Obviously, guys, I'm have a little more time on my hands to sit. You know, I can't do as much physical activity, you know what I mean? And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna see how hard it is to make a roster and see how far off or on I am.
It's got to be like the NCAA bracket, like March Madness, where 66 to 68, and you're really just cutting between a few players.
Yes. Our team, I think I got defense like 100% correct.
Really?
I think defense.
Where did you
100%.
make this roster?
I made this roster actually.
Is it actually on something that we can look at, or it's here?
It's on my phone.
Okay.
It's on my phone. Made it on my phone.
So we'll check it on Thursday.
Made it on my phone. Defense, I'm pretty sure I'm right. Offense, there was a blemish or two. And one of the guys, I just did not know his name. So I have it. The O-lineman, I'll say this. The O-lineman, I have not watched enough to know who's that guy, that swing guy that you can play a little guard, play left guard, play right guard. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Tackle's a little harder to flip-flop. But for the most part, I think I could be perfect. There's a chance. High chance. High possibility.
We will fact check you on Thursday. I wanted to know, what is it like in the locker room today? So all those guys are still around until they're cut?
Well, sometimes you have, I mean, obviously everybody can't make the club. But there's some people that are like really nice and you have to cut them, but you really want to bring them back on the P squad.
Right.
And I think, some people just like get it out with early to help this and that. And you want to keep the leverage of if somebody wants a guy. So we keep our guys till like the end, which kind of sucks for them. Like they literally do the practice and then they get cut right after it, which kind of sucks.
On Tuesday, there'll be a practice Tuesday morning and then get cut at 4 by 3:55.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, they literally practice and then you kind of get cut right after. I mean, it's a sad day. I mean, most people know they're going to make the team, but there's definitely some surprises for sure. Every once in a while. But it's really cool to see the guys that undrafted, didn't think they were going to make the team, and then they're all like stoked and happy and all that. So it's definitely bittersweet for those guys. But the reality is it happens to everybody at some point.
Yeah.
Unless you retire. You never get cut.
But if you're retiring, there's a good chance that you've been cut. Like if you're at that
exactly.
point in
you're
your
like,
career.
you obviously don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
Unless you go out on top, which
do you think you'll be
Calvin
cut
Johnson.
in your NFL career?
Dude, honestly, man, I had a dream one time that I got cut and I shed a tear. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, I just didn't see it coming. I'm like, dang. Why you did me like it just came out of nowhere. Like I couldn't even think of the scenario. I just was like, just was cut. Like, and I just, the reality is, I don't know how the good and cut thing works. Lucky me. But I don't know if they tell you. Sometimes you just find on social media. Like, wouldn't that just suck?
Yeah.
Because, I used to coach track 4 years in a row, high school. And those kids are ruthless. Mm-hmm. It would suck to be out there coaching and they're like, yo, you just got cut. And then they just clowning me. And I'm like, no, I didn't. I'm like, look at my phone. I'm like, oh, crap, I'm cut. That would just suck. That's kind of like the scenario I see. But hopefully it would be like, hey, you're on year 20, man. I mean, you still got it, but we thinking about letting you go. And I'm like, I respect that. That's my dream scenario.
Okay. Year 20 is the first time Marlon gets cut from the squad.
Dream scenario.
Fair enough. Do preseason games or practice matter more? Because preseason games, there's only 3 games. Not everyone's getting more than, maybe a few snaps here or there. Obviously, towards the end of the roster, you are playing the larger amount. But in practice, you're seeing weeks and weeks and weeks of film and obviously reps. What do you think matters more?
That is a tricky situation because I've seen so many undrafted guys ball out in practice, like go crazy, and then get to preseason games and just not perform well.
Yeah.
And those guys end up getting put on the P squad and nobody knows they're like a hidden gem. So for the club, they want you to, they don't want you to play bad, but they don't mind if you don't have the success you should. But for those guys, it's for sure preseason games, like 100%.
Really?
Because you're trying out for 32 teams. I've had there's been so many times we've had joint practices, and the team that we joint practice with, as soon as we have to cut the guy or like hide the guy week 4 or do something like that, like we think we're going to just sign him right back, they scoop him like immediately.
Really?
Because they watch this guy practice, and they're like, oh, this dude's nice. Like, I don't know if he's going to make the team, but like you're basically trying out for another team. So that's how, Darren Waller got signed by the Raiders pregame. It was weird.
Pregame?
Dude, literally. The story is like, wow. I was warming up where I usually warm up, and as I realized there's like 7 Raiders coaches in our end zone. I'm like, what the crap is going on? I look a little closer. Darren Waller's running routes on air, and he's on our practice squad at the time. And they're just like staring, like looking at him like this. I'm just like, I didn't think anything of it until that next Monday he got picked up on waivers. Literally, the Raiders signed him, and I mean, now he always was nice, like always was nice, but I think, he's getting in trouble with some stuff off the field. And that's literally how he got signed.
So was that before a preseason game or a
this was during just regular season?
Regular season, yeah.
Seeing guys, it was like a tryout, and now I don't even know if we let guys warm up before games anymore on the P squad. So yeah, but that was a story.
You said that you didn't want to influence EDC's decision. Is there actually a player on the team who could have an input, and do players vouch for other players? Like if you see a corner in the room who's just been balling out, like would you ever go to EDC and ask and be like, hey, are we keeping this guy? He's really, really good.
I don't know. I talk a lot. Sometimes you're like, yo, this guy's nice. I have those conversations, but I definitely don't think they're really taking too much into account what I do.
Because you said you went to the big dog once for AB. You've never done that for an end of the roster guy?
No. Oh, so no. Definitely not during that time. Like I saw EDC today. He looked locked in.
Yeah.
Is
there a player on the team that you think could keep someone on the roster? And do you think you have that power? Like if it was your boy, or if it was someone you felt very strongly about, do you think you would have the pull to keep someone on the Ravens 53 man?
That's some pull. I guess I never have, but Lamar for sure could. For sure. Probably Roquan could too.
Really?
I just do too much just talk. I'm the type to be like, yo, this guy's nice, and then he gets cooked the next day, and then so I just, that's
really Roquan over you.
Linebacker guy, man. He's more, got a more of a stable mind. Got more of a stable mind. They're probably, boom, 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 boom. I'm there, and sometimes I'm there. So, yeah, probably. But it's more. I think that would be more of an offensive thing, honestly, though. Yeah. Like quarterback, if you're, I like how he snaps the ball. My blind side's protected when I got him.
It's true.
When I hand him the football, it's like, shoo. That's some stuff Lamar could say that would make more sense, I guess.
The Ravens, I guess, last couple wide receiver spots are going to be in question. Do you think Lamar will actually come in? I mean, he wasn't even really
that's something I
could
see. That's something I could see them asking.
Yeah,
because there's, we got some guys that are making the team. Period.
Yeah.
So there's really not many. One or two, I guess. If we want to keep. There's a couple decisions. There's not many, but there's like 2 or 3 that I think could be tricky for the upstairs.
What I think is interesting, like Brashad Perryman just got cut an hour ago, and Ravens fans are like, "Oh, bring him back, bring him back!" Like it's the people not even on the team that also could, I guess, put people into question, right? Like you said, they're all kind of trying out for different squads.
Yeah. No, you're trying out for like. Every team's department scouts are watching all the other games, trying to see who they could get, because it gets real after. Every year there's somebody that gets on like instantly, and a lot of times we have a lot of those guys because we do a really good job of the undrafted pickups. But I don't know. It's interesting. I'm surprised people are saying they want BP back though. I feel like last time he scored on us, he was getting booed in the stadium. So maybe it was fake love. No, fake hate. Fake hate.
Trey Lance gets traded to the Dallas Cowboys. He was a top 5 pick. The Niners traded a lot of first-round picks for him. The Dolphins turned those first-round picks into Tyreek Hill, Bradley Chubb, some other guys. But I feel like he didn't really get his fair shot.
Same. Like, I feel like the Trey Lance is like, I mean, I guess I understand. Like, he got Brock Purdy in front of him. I guess, is it weird to have 2 guys in the same draft class in that order backing the other one up?
Do you think it's a weird thing? I get told
they're not
all
the
the
same draft class. A younger guy.
Right. But I get told all the time the NFL is a business. So do you really think they take that into account? Maybe with the quarterback, I guess.
Maybe with the quarterback. You know, you don't ever want the backup having too much. You want your quarterback to be comfortable, I guess. That's what they say. That's what they say. When I say they, I don't even know who they is. But I feel like that's the golden rule. You know, that's why, like, you know, do you want a guy like Cam backing somebody up when Cam's going to be trying to get the starting job? Same with, like, you know, with Jameis. He's a big leader. So, like, you know, he obviously, everyone laughs at Jameis. But, like, James can put some pressure on the backup, you know, because he's just natural leader. Now, with that scenario, it was a bad scenario because I don't know anything about Trey Lance being this leader. But
well, Dak made a comment. He said, "Nothing surprises me in this business, but I don't get it." So it sounds like, you tell me what that sounds like.
For him to go to Dallas seems weirder than anything.
Do you think Dak is salty about the trade?
I don't know if he's salty. I don't think he's salty. But I think he is just like, what? Why?
The Ravens apparently were looking into trading for Trey Lance. So if you don't think it makes sense in Dallas, I can't imagine you think it makes much sense in Baltimore. But he was compared to Lamar coming out of the draft a little.
Isn't Dak a little longer on his...
Dak only has 2 more years, like locked in.
Yeah, Lamar is frat. Now that would have been the I'm not sure, man. I don't... North Dakota State guy? Mm-hmm. That's D2, right?
D1 AA maybe?
You ain't D1, you D2.
You're not a world champion.
You're definitely not a world champion. You ain't D1, D2. And there's nothing wrong with that. Let me make that clear. But you ain't D1.
I'm pretty sure like Joe Flacco was not D1. Delaware?
Joe Flacco was D2 guy.
Delaware, D1 AA or something?
Well,
right? FCS. That is what it is.
D2. In other words, Joe Flacco was D2.
Football Championship Subdivision.
Yeah, Flacco was
a D2 guy.
Delaware. It's not D2, but I guess you're just calling everything D2.
Everything that ain't D1.
Everything outside of Alabama is
D1, D2 JUCO. In a way,
okay.
And I know a thing or two about JUCO. I used to do fall camp, Scuba, Mississippi.
Really?
Yeah. Hoover High.
As a high schooler. Very nice. So I have another list for you that J.K. Dobbins is not on. It is the ESPN Top 100 list. So we talked about the NFL Top 100 list.
Oh, there's an ESPN 100?
Yeah, they just released it today. NFL Top 100, you were at 92.
Goodness, I'm sticking around the 90s, man.
On ESPN, you were 93.
Oh, okay.
You were 56 last year. 93 this year. But let me read you something that confirms this season's obviously your downfall. Your 2023 projection from ESPN, 76 tackles, 1 sack, and 1 interception.
Yikes. I didn't know they did projections for
me neither.
For defense.
1 pick this year. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I got to do better. Shoot, man. I got to daggum do better. My gosh.
Do you think you'll have more than 1 pick or 1 sack this year?
Now sack, I don't think I'll be. I don't know. I think I'm just going to be outside this year. So sack would be hard. Interception. I mean, come on. Dude, I've been stuck at 3 for a while, actually. So.
Is 3 the most you've had in a season?
Dude, yeah, it's bad ball. Yeah, bad ball. Trayvon Diggs has about my career interceptions in like 1 season. So,
isn't that when you just say they don't throw at you?
Yeah, I like to make that claim. That's my favorite claim. Like, I would have more, but you know what I'm saying? No, I got to have some picks, man. I got to make some plays, man. Honestly, I don't care about no daggum stats as long as we are world champs and the real world champs because we play in London. Not everybody plays in London. So some people, if they were to win, they just be champion. We're playing in London. So we are the world champions.
The one thing about this list that was different than your Madden ranking. So in Madden, you were the 4th ranked cornerback, tied with Sauce. On this list, guess what number you're ranked? Corner.
7th corner.
10th.
Oh, gosh.
So I'm going to read everyone in front of you, and you're going to tell me how that feels to you.
There's a lot of corners in there, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it.
Sauce, you're okay with that?
Yep. We got to name. Okay. Saucy.
Jair Alexander.
He's got salsa hips.
Pat Surtain.
Technician.
Xavier Howard.
Ball hawk.
Tre'Davious White.
Very great off coverage. Fast feet. Call him fast feet. Call him quick feet.
Is that zone coverage?
Oh, no, he man too.
Okay.
He stays in that pedal, man. He stays in that pedal.
Darius Slay.
He's just all around. I like Slay. Balance. See how I'm naming these guys what their strengths are? It's like the same thing wide receivers.
Marshawn Lattimore.
I don't know what his best thing is. I guess I got to put him in the all around category.
He's physical, isn't he?
He is physical. Solid. Very solid.
Tariq Woolen. Do you know who that is?
Yes. Lots of intercept. I'm actually not familiar with this game, actually, so I really can't. I just know obviously got ball skills.
Okay.
Ball skills.
And AJ Terrell.
AJ Terrell, he's very patient at the line. I've trained with AJ before. I'm not familiar enough with this game. I've seen some clips, but I'm not as familiar with this game as I am with all those other guys.
So including Jalen, are you cool with all these people being ranked ahead of you?
Man, to me, it's a new freaking season. You got to put it to the test, man. You got to pull. Hey, look, man. Look. I need to play good ball.
Can I get a foot update? How you feeling?
I feel great. All right. Did some pull-ups today, which has nothing to do with my foot. Absolutely nothing.
Did you get up on the thing?
Got up there.
But off your foot. You put pressure on your foot?
Come on now. Come on. I didn't have to. I didn't really have to jump. The bar was one of those, just grab. So.
Feeling good.
So I work on the upper body. Yeah, feel great.
All right, I'm excited for this. Throughout the season, we're going to work on your ball knowledge because for someone who
Football
plays...
knowledge?
Yeah.
Crap.
You always say your ball knowledge is, it's okay. So today, we're putting you to the test to see, can you name all 32 NFL starting quarterbacks? I'm going to show you a picture. You don't even have to do it off memory. I'm going to just show you a picture. Can Marlon Humphrey identify all 32 NFL starting quarterbacks?
I actually can't do that.
You think you can do it? You think you're going 32 for 32?
Not 32 for 32. Maybe about 20.
What do you
29 for 32.
29? I was going to say 27. It's really not that hard. First one, though, and we're going alphabetical order. So Atlanta Falcons.
Desmond Ridder. Colt McCoy. He was at where was he at? Pro Bowl? No. Sorry.
Whoa.
He was at the golf tournament. I talked to him.
Okay.
A little bit. Lamar Jackson.
And his number is?
8. No Clowney there. Josh Allen. Oh, this is actually going to be easy.
I think so, too.
With faces? Yes,
Yeah.
this is easy.
Okay.
Oh, Roll Tide. Bryce Young. Justin Fields. Joe Burr. Deshaun Watson. Why are these? Dak Prescott. Mr. Beef. I got beef with the guy. Russell Wilson. Why does he have eye black on?
I knew you were going to notice
Why does he have eye black on? Actually, that's something I would do. Actually, I actually respect that.
You would do your triangles in
your
your headshot?
Jared Goff. I haven't done the headshot since rookie year.
Really?
Yeah, I got beef with that. It's another story to tell, actually. I know that guy, though.
Come on. I'm not letting you. You know. D2.
North Dakota State, too?
Did he play North Dakota State? Packers.
Jordan Love.
There it is.
I knew that.
All right, that was
Nevada's D1.
Oh, Nevada.
Oh, it's week 1. CJ Stroud. Oh, Ohio Stater. Anthony Richardson.
Why do you know the rookies? That's what I'm most curious about.
Honestly,
Because like you knew Stroud because we play in week 1. You know Bryce because he went to Alabama. How do you know Richardson?
because honestly, he did that pretty fire little spin move, air turn last year, which I think people saying how crazy that play was. It's like, well, the dude just didn't. The dude, it really wasn't that impressive.
Oh, you weren't impressed by it.
I mean, the dude just should have tackled the guy. Like the defender just like, I think he thought he threw the ball away.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it was.
It's
cool.
also SEC, and we play them week 3. So
And it looked cool.
yeah.
And that play. Yeah, and we're playing week 3. Oh, freaking Trey. He's nice.
He's my MVP pick, Lawrence.
He's actually nice. I think yeah.
I'm starting to feel like you might go 100% here.
Dude, I know.
right.
I thought I was gonna have to do it, Patty. Garoppolo.
How do you think he looks here?
Dude, that's crazy. I was like that Spider-Man Green Goblin. He's giving me a little Green Goblin like, enemy superhero vibes.
Yeah. I noticed that.
Justin Herbert. I knew that. Stafford. Tua Tagovailoa. No, yeah, I'm 100% Kirko. Freaking Mac, that's my guy. Mac Jones, that's my guy.
It is a nice advantage that Alabama's like half the NFL.
Yes, and Trevor Lawrence beat me. Derek Carr. Daniel Jones is funny guy. Freaking Aaron Rodgers. Jalen Hurts. Oh, I'm 100%. Two hands. Kenny Pickett. Tiny hands. Brock Purdy. Geno Smith. Baker Mayfield is a starter, huh? Tannehill. Sam Howell. Sam Howell looks like he's super cool.
That's a nice way of saying something else, I feel like.
He really wants to be cool.
That's 100%.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I thought I was going to have to name them. No, pictures. Pictures, I can do pictures. Easy.
Okay. Yeah, off the dome, I wouldn't put you through that. That would be tough.
That's why I was.
Plus, like Baker got named starter the other day, CJ today, so you wouldn't even really know. All right, well, off the quarterback list, it's time for your top 5 quarterbacks that you have ever played against. Let's make it clear to the people. They don't have to be in the league, so Tom Brady can make this list. Who are the top 5 quarterbacks that Marlon Humphrey has ever taken a snap against? Who do you got? Start at 5. Or are we doing 4? Do we do 4 on the show?
Yeah, we're a 4 guy.
Yeah, we do
We're
4. All right.
guy.
Top 4 quarterbacks Marlon Humphrey has ever faced.
I think for me, it's got to for sure be Pat Mahomes, Big Ben.
Wow.
Motherfucker just doesn't get sacked, bro. Scramble drill all day. Dude, we've had Pat Mahomes on the ropes sometimes. My God, he just be doing crap. He be doing too much. Obviously I played Brady twice, but I'm undefeated against Brady. I'm just saying. But I will say, bro, when he gets hurry up, ooh. He gets going hurry up, it's stuff. Who else, man? Let's see here.
Rodgers. You didn't play Rodgers.
I never played Rodgers. I heard he be doing some stuff though. My teammates, was that COVID? No. Oh yeah, I hurt my pec. Yo, they said he's like a wizard out there. Maybe that's why people be fanboying him. Maybe he is him. He might be him. I mean, obviously, he is him, but I've never went against him, so I can't really say he's him.
Did you ever play against Peyton?
No.
Really? You just missed Manning?
Just miss Manning.
What about Luck?
Miss Luck. Yo, you want to know who be throwing some dots? I'm trying to tell. Oh, I don't know if I can put him in there.
You always do this. Give us the people that are in your mind. They don't have to make your list.
I don't know if I can put. He's just too young.
Who?
Let me see who else.
Who? Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence be throwing some dots. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he dotted you guys up big time.
Like we were ahead, and then next thing you know, it's like he be doing some. And I lost to him in college. Comeback. I'm gonna give it to Trevor. No, that was Deshaun Watson. What am I talking about? Deshaun Watson. That was tough.
Wait, you were on the national championship team that lost?
We lost by a second. Maybe it was 2 seconds. Maybe 3. Pick play. I was guarding my man. That's all I'm going to say. You know, I'm trying to think of who I really played.
Burrow?
Yeah. All right, it's those 4. I can't really think of anybody else.
Burrow over Lawrence?
Yeah, Burr. Joe Burr.
All right,
those are my 3. I got 3.
Give me your list. 1 is Mahomes.
My homeboy, I don't even know who I said.
Big Ben.
Big Ben. Joe. See, Joe Burr. Yeah, those are my 3.
So we're down
I'm going to
to
put
3.
Trevor. Man, I don't know if I can just put Trevor in there.
Why not?
He's young.
So he is the 4th best quarterback you've ever faced. Why can't he be on the
See,
list?
I just feel like there's got to be somebody else.
Anyone else that comes to mind?
But I like this. How I see
Kirk
it.
Cousins, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Herbert, Stafford, Tua. I mean, Tua had a day against you guys.
Josh Allen's pretty nice too, actually. All right, those are my 4.
Who's your 4th?
Okay, top 4. My homeboy, Big Ben, Joe Burr, Josh Allen. Now, the guys I've played that I've been like, frick, man, we had like, and it was just like dot, boom, scramble. All those guys are scramblers.
That's the new NFL. Most guys are.
Dude, that's
moving
what
around.
really makes it. No, Joe Burr's not a scrambler. But
He can move, though.
He can move, though. But he's also got some boys on the outside, too, though. He's got some boys.
They are boys.
He's got some boys, for real.
And Trevor Lawrence, if this show did 5, T-Law would be on the list.
I don't know. There's got to be somebody else.
I mean, you didn't include Tom Brady, so like I
didn't
know
include
you're
Tom
undefeated
Brady.
against him, but you will get so much. There's going to be a lot of. I mean, maybe this is all to make some more dollars on Twitter.
I mean, I'm just like, he's just never been like, crap, man. He was cooking us. I got to go off the guys that cooking us. Like, I mean, Joe Burr has cooked us. Freaking Trevor Lawrence cooked us. Big Ben has literally diced us up into a freaking 20-slice pie. And then Pat Mahomes just be Pat Mahomey. It's like, freak.
So is it Trevor or Josh Allen as the 4th?
I mean, honestly, Josh Allen's never really cooked me either, though.
And you picked off Allen. That was one of your interceptions last season.
Yeah, but was that a tip?
Yeah. So
So I didn't really ball.
yeah, we know that. You're never. We've already discussed.
I know.
that. This is the year that you get.
I'm
one
just trying to think
interception.
of who else just straight up diced.
Drew Brees.
I got hurt that game. Dude, that's a weird thing. It's been a lot of random games when like either the quarterback wasn't like I played in Lambeau, but Aaron Rodgers wasn't there.
Yeah.
Played Aaron Rodgers again. Just so happened to not be out there.
Drew
Did play
Brees.
Stafford in Detroit. There's somebody else can't think of.
Okay. The comment section.
So
will be
right
there.
now we're really at like a 3-4 list.
No, you're at a 4-5.
No.
Yes.
Oh, I can't put T-Law.
No,
Actually, T-Law,
you have
I
3.
do put T-Law because he did dice us. Okay, T-Law's in there. T-Law's in there.
All right. Pat Mahomes.
The list of quarterbacks that are just straight dice, and I'm like, crap, that dude's nice. Pat Mahomes. Big Ben. I forgot.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burr. T-Law. The fringe is
Fringe is Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
No Herbert Love because you guys did smoke him.
He didn't dice us either. I got to go. You can't, you can be him, but you got to dice us
Right.
for me to be that like, frick,
Tua diced y'all, but it was miscommunications.
Yeah, he did.
We're going to go with that.
He
I don't want to make you think too hard about
technically did
that
dice.
4th and 5th spot.
See, when I think dice, you got to think bing, bing, bow, bow, bing, bow, boom. When you just to Tyreek Hill, I mean T-Law, sing, hang, so high, Big Ben, pump fake, Mahomes, it's levels. There's levels to dicage.
Okay.
Yards don't always mean you were dicing. Remember that. Yards don't always mean you was dicing. Don't forget that.
I like the list.
African dogs.
Terrell Suggs into the Ravens Ring of Honor.
Shout out to T-Sizzle.
You played with T-Sizzle for a couple years. Give me your best Terrell Suggs story.
Gosh, man, that team was funny. The old locker room team was funny. My first year was the last year of the old locker room. I missed that locker room. That was.
You're not even talking about the players. You're talking about like the facility.
The actual facility.
But that's how you split it up
and
in your
the players.
mind. Yeah.
And the players.
But that year was like, it was Suggs, one of his last years. It was one of your first years. Flacco was still there.
No, Suggs might have been with Suggs for
2 years, 17 and 18.
I can't think of any Sid stories though. That's crazy.
All right, what are we getting first? A Suggs, Earl Thomas, or Darby story?
Oh, the Darby story. Oh, yeah, so I asked Darby. So when I first met Darby, Darby was a track guy.
That is literally how you started this last time. You literally said, Darby was a track guy. Was he a track guy? Florida State. And then you talked about Jalen Ramsey, Jameis Winston, but we didn't actually get the Darby story.
Okay, Darby's a track guy.
So
I knew, I've really known of Darby for a while, but I didn't know how he sounded at all. So I'm like, oh, Darby's here. Like, we got him. Like, me and a couple other people, we were in the training room. We like look out there, he's on the field. And we look and we're like, what's going on? And he's like going crazy on the phone.
On the phone?
On the phone. Like,
at practice?
Yelling. No. This was like we had a break. And he went over the break. Like, this phone call was serious. I mean, he was heated battle. I mean, he was going in. And we all made our pick, like, what do you think he's yelling? It was like, it could either be a lady. I said he was building a house, it was a contractor, because that's probably how I looked when I was building my house. It was just always having to, don't even get me started. Someone else said, someone else says, like, it was his agent. He was like, why did you guys get me to sign here? Like, these guys are crazy. We all had our picks, and I was like, yo, Darby, man, what's up, man? I saw you the other day. He was like, yeah, what's up? What'd you see? I'm like, you're on the field having looked like a heated phone call. And he was like, oh, that was my friend. He did something dumb. And then we were all disappointed because he was going in on that friend.
What did he do?
I actually should have asked that.
You didn't ask him what the friend did?
Dude, when I tell you this was like top of this was like vein, blood boiling.
And he's just in the middle of the practice field yelling, everyone can see him.
On the practice field where literally everyone with the window can see you. If you have a window and you're obvious towards the field, we're witnessing this man like all that.
All right, well, you're going to ask him.
But he laughed about it, so it wasn't that bad.
Okay.
So that's my Darby story. The Suggs story is coming soon.
Suggs and Earl Thomas. We're banking these things. It's going to bring the people back. That's why you subscribe. Marlon knows this promotional stuff. We have our first fan question.
Okay.
Fan question from Alex_Gardner25. Make sure to hit us on social media. Get your questions in. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We see them all. We got eyes. We're ball hawks for the comments and the questions. He asks, if Marlon could play with any former Ravens legend, who would it be? Now, both of us were actually born the year that the Ravens started. So the Ravens have only been around for 27 years. And I feel like you actually played with probably the majority of legends. Because legends, I'm thinking like Ray, obviously, J.O., Jamal Lewis. But a lot of the really good years have been the last years of their career, which were the first years of yours. So if you could play with any former Raven legend, who would it be?
This might be a surprising one. I kind of got two.
Give me two.
I kind of got two. I would want to play with Prime. I played with him, but I would want to play with Prime Pernell McPhee.
Really? Why is that?
Fee was probably one of my favorite teammates I had. You could tell Fee was a little, he was kind of crazy, a little bit. That's my guy. Just text him the other day. But you could tell he was a little, like sometimes you'd say something to him, or like somebody would say something to him that was on the like fringe of like disrespect. Like just like, not like full-blown disrespect. He'd be like, and he used to be like, is he laughing? He's laughing. And like, it just, the stories that come out from when Primetime Fee, Prime Sit, and all those guys were just bully ball. Like, Fee, like, obviously get the end of your career, you got a career, you got to play a little different sometimes. And when Fee lowered his shoulder on a puller, whatever, I mean, he drop him in their tracks. But like prime Fee, and also he was like the obviously the big bro for me as well. So that aspect probably wouldn't have been the same if he was, year whatever. But prime Fee, I just hear was just like he was good when I played with him, but the stories I would hear about a lot of different guys, and Fee was one that I would just love to be prime time with. Second would be prime Ladarius Webb. Loved Webb again. Was another. All these guys, I had so many legends, Ravens legends as my like the big bros, so much respect for, but they were all obviously at their like tail end. Webb is a funny story about Webb. So I was in the locker room. I forget what happened. And I don't know what scenario happened, but Webb gets his bag. I either was skipping meetings or something. I don't know why I was not in the meeting. Webb gets his bag and he's like, all right, boy, be good. And he walks out of the locker room and I'm sitting here like, he said that like he was never going to see me again. And I was a little confused when we were in the middle of the season. And literally I like found out that like something happened and like he ended up leaving. And then like it was this whole just scenario when I'm just like, did he either get kicked off the team or quit or what? And Webb was another guy that just didn't really, he wasn't going for like disrespect. He wasn't going for that stuff either. And so that a lot of stories I heard about him were similar. But it was just, the old Ravens were definitely a different breed. Those are two random, I wouldn't say randoms, but those are probably two surprising.
They're definitely surprises.
Yeah. I would say Ed Reed, but Ed sounds like I would do what he says. Stories I hear about Ed, it would be hard for me to do. He'd be like, yo, he's about to run a slant. He's going to run a sluggo, jump the slant hard, and let him beat you on the fade, and I'm going to protect you. And then it'll be like, that would work a lot. And then sometimes he will leave you out to dry, you know what I mean? So all the greats do that though. The greats take chances, calculated risks, and hopefully they work. But when that 90% is being a 10%, somebody's looking bad.
Yeah, you're looking
usually
bad.
You.
I mean, Tom Brady said he used to have the wristband for Ed Reed. I guess that's why.
You got to change it up. Shoot, one time we had Tom Brady so smart, he knew what coverage we were going to be in, but we ran the coverage wrong, and it was one of our third down stops. It was literally completely wrong, and Tom Brady was so confused he just had to throw the ball in the dirt. It should have been a gigantic play, but Tom Brady was so confused because we were wrong, and he was like, "What the crap just happened?" It was smart guys.
That's funny. That's really funny. So that was fan question, and then the other thing that I promised was that if the audience sends in any plays, that you would at least review them and let us know if you think they could work in an NFL game, and you'd take them to one of the coordinators. So here we go. We've got a fake quarterback draw and then a pop pass. It's going to play right here. Florida State, I guess they used it against Carolina. See, to me, that's a play that's the Tebow jump pass they used to run on goal line. I've never seen it run from their own goal line before, but it really works. I guess 46 slips out. So sent in by Jeff Johnston. He wants BYU to add this play. Should the Ravens? I mean, Ravens run QB power every once in a while, so I could see it. And then Ricard maybe slips out or one of the tight ends.
That seemed too easy for some reason.
Right. It didn't even seem like a good disguise, and they got like 35 yards.
Dude, I don't think
Is
anyone's
it that linebacker's responsibility?
Yeah, I don't even think anyone's guarding him.
Well, because he's blocking. He's blocking the blitzer, right? And then he just chipped him. Yeah,
No, literally no one even guarded that guy. I knew something was funny there. Who has that guy man? Looks like everybody's in man coverage. Who has that guy man?
Wouldn't it be that?
No, you wouldn't line up it. That's a Lane Johnson.
No, Don Julio sent it in.
Don Julio, relook at the play. That was literally a coverage bust.
Okay.
It is a good play, though. Probably. Maybe. But it will not be getting to the Ravens.
All right.
But the next one, hopefully, is better. And I will.
Okay.
When that day comes.
All right. We're closing this puppy out with the sign on your left. Analyst Humph is here.
I am here this year giving you the best. Week 0 was last week. Week 1 is this week. What do we got? Talk to me.
We're starting off with Marlon Humphreys, a.k.a. Analyst Humph's 4-team college football playoff prediction. Marlo, who is making the college football playoff?
Number 1, the University of Alabama. Even though our quarterback's he's not a first year. I'm assuming we're starting Jalen Milroe. I actually do not know that. Number 2, Michigan is coming with vengeance. Even though Michigan is the biggest frauds. But I'm just thinking this year, like TCU, bro, why was TCU in the national championship? It makes me sick to my stomach. This is the year they're not frauds. I mean, I'm not going to say they're as fraud as Notre Dame. Notre Dame is literally legit dumpster juice every year. They just fraudulent.
They got a good quarterback this year, though.
Notre Dame, man. The lights get too bright for them. I mean, every time. Okay, anyway, we're not talking about Notre Dame.
No Georgia?
No Georgia, man. You want to know who's going to be a really good team, hard team to beat this year, I think? LSU.
Really?
But they're not going to be in there because you can't. If they're in there, Alabama's not. So.
Are you sure you want to put Alabama in the playoff? I mean, you did say.
Listen here.
I just don't want to crush your credibility.
Listen here. Okay? Saban needs another one. Okay?
Yeah, well, if you could guard, he would have one. All right, who do you got? 3 and 4.
3 and 4. Ohio State lost their quarterback. Texas is trash. I'm trying to think of what teams are like looking good. Do you have a top 10 there?
USC.
Oh, USC, 100%. 100P. 100P USC. 100P. I don't know how Caleb Williams lost to what? Utah that was? Mm-hmm. Come on, bro. You're better than that.
Oklahoma, Texas, TCU again, Texas Tech, Big 12.
Last but not least, drum roll, please. I wasn't ready. My last but not least is going to be Clemson. I don't like that, but I'm going to go with Clemson as a swinger.
Okay. Alabama, Michigan, Clemson, USC.
Yes.
Picking the top dogs. All right.
This year could get funky, though. There's a lot of teams that don't have their quarterbacks.
Yeah. Like the team you picked first.
Run that ball, Paul. It's going to be run the ball. Hey, Analyst Humph says, listen here. Alabama, Michigan, USC, and I just don't like Clemson. And Clemson. College football playoff.
Middle Tennessee versus Alabama. Any thoughts?
Come on, man. It will be, we'll have to figure out this quarterback situation. I mean, if you can't dice up Middle Tennessee, no offense to Middle Tennessee, you guys are a great football team. I'm sure you are. But you're just not going to be able to keep up with the tide. So if you can't dice up Middle Tennessee, we might need to go with, I don't know who the quarterbacks are. I know we got Jalen Milroe and then 2 other cats, I believe.
Hopefully you don't have a little quarterback controversy headed into that upset loss against Texas.
Hey, I'll say this. If we're quarterback troubles come with Alabama this year, then I'm going to sadly put LSU in the college football playoff.
Wow. Okay. All right.
As much as I don't like that.
This is preseason
and I don't even like LSU. You want to know why I don't like LSU?
Why?
Because they celebrate too much. You can make a tackle, but I'm celebrating more like I made the tackle. That's the definition of LSU.
You celebrated second place.
It was for the world.
Upset of the week, UNC at South Carolina. Your boy, Spencer Rattler.
You thinking ups? Oh, wait. Oh,
UNC's ranked. SC is not.
South Carolina's not ranked?
No.
Oh, my goodness. What are they doing?
Is that your upset of the week?
That's 100% upset of the week. Upset of what? How is my boy Spencer Rattler not ranked?
You love him. I'm very curious why.
Dude, because I was watching him in Oklahoma. He was up. I mean, he was up, down. Like, it just didn't make sense. And I think he's finally figured it out.
Okay.
I got confidence in my boy.
The highlight game of the week, LSU versus Florida State.
I like Florida State's quarterback, but I obviously just put LSU possibly in the college football playoff. So I think, was that Brian Kelly's got things rolling down there a little bit. But FSU, that could be a really good game, actually. FSU, I like FSU's quarterback too. He's small. Reminds me a little bright. Okay, no, I was about to say a wild statement, but he's agile. He's a little scrambler, but so is LSU's quarterback. Little black guy. Forgot his name. Forgot where he came from. But he beat Bama. He played all right. He played a decent game.
What I'm starting to notice about Analyst Humph, you don't really make many predictions. Like you kind of just hedge into it.
I like LSU to beat Florida State.
That's it. That's Analyst Humph. Anything else you want to get out before the week 0 happened?
I honestly should have looked at the schedule for the week.
I mean,
There's not that many good games though.
No, Florida plays Utah, and then
Florida plays Utah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Deion Sanders, Colorado versus TCU. Those are kind of the 3 big games.
Is there any shot Colorado wins their opener against a really good Utah team from last year?
TCU.
Oh, TCU. Oh. They lost their quarterback. You know what? I'm calling it. Colorado comes, where's it at?
TCU.
Colorado comes into TCU and upsets TCU. Wow. Is TCU ranked? Yes, they should be, right?
I think so. Even if they lost QJ and then they lost Duggan, but
Number 17.
Number 17, guys. I'm going bold for Deion's first win. This could be a really bad take, but I'm calling it anyway. Let's ride.
That's Analyst Humph. That's Punchline with Marlon Humphrey. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button if you're on YouTube. Hit the follow button if you're on Spotify. Download the podcast if you are on Apple Podcasts. And please send us a DM if you know Donald Trump so we can get him on the show as the first guest. Until next time, peace.